So let's see here in such questions, means in the assertion and reason question, what you will see that there are two statements. One is the assertion and followed by the reason. So two statements you will see. You have to read both the statement, assertion and reason. Then you have to mark the correct choice. Now, if both the assertion and reason are true, means A and R both are true, and the reason is the correct explanation of assertion. If the reason is the correct explanation of assertion, then you have to mark A. Then if both are true, here also both are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion, right? If the reason is not the correct explanation of assertion, then mark B. If assertion is true but reason is false, then mark C. Assertion is true and reason is false, then mark C. And if both the assertion and reason are false, then you have to mark D. Let's see. So here first question is, both apical and intercalary meristem are primary meristem. Is it true? Yes, it is true, because both the intercalary and apical meristem are primary, but the lateral one, which helps in increasing the girth of the plant, that one is the secondary meristem. Apical and intercalary, they come earlier in the life and they help in increasing the length of the plant. So both are primary meristem. So this one is true. Then reason, both of these meristem appear early in the life of plant. Okay, so as they are the primary meristem, means they appear early in the life of the plant and helps in the formation of primary plant body. Yes, this is also true. Now, is the reason is the correct explanation of A? Let's see, is it true or not? If you have to find out whether reason is the correct explanation of A or not, just put because or as. Okay, let's see how. Both apical and intercalary meristem are primary meristem because both of these meristem appear early in the life of the plant and help in the formation of primary plant body. Okay, now it is showing that reason is the correct explanation of A. So hence A is the right answer. Okay guys, let's move on to next question. Fascicular vascular cambium and intravascular vascular cambium and cork cambium are examples of lateral meristems. As you know that cambium helps in increasing the girth of the plant. So they are the lateral meristem only. They arise from the lateral meristems, and these reason is that these are responsible for producing the secondary tissues. Yes, it is true also. This one is also true, but this one is also true. But here these are responsible for producing the secondary tissues. So this is not the correct explanation of the A. Okay, the reason is not at the correct explanation of A, hence the answer B is correct. Next, a simple tissue is made of only one type of cells. Simple one, sclerenchyma, colon and parent, they all are made up of one type of cells, right? This is true. And various simple tissue in plants are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, means both are true, but the reason is not the correct explanation of A, right? So means option B is correct. A simple tissue is made of only one type of tissue because various simple tissue in plants are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. It doesn't make a sense here, right? So option B is correct. Both are true, that's why B is right. Sclerodes are found in fruit walls of nuts, pulp of fruit like guava, pear and sapota, and seeds of pods of legumes. Is it true or not? Sclerodes are the type of sclerenchymatous tissue. Sclerodes and fibers, they are both the type of sclerenchyma tissue. Lignin deposition is there on their cell wall. So they are present on the hard part of the plants. So this one is correct because here all fruit walls of nuts, they all are the hard part of the plants. So this option is true. Now next, let's see the reason here. Sclerodes are spherical, oval or cylindrical, highly thickened dead cells with narrow lumen. This is also true, but this is not explaining this thing. The assertion means reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. That's why I write option B is right. Xylem vessel is a long cylindrical tube-like structure made up of many cells, each with lignified walls. Right, xylem vessels are long cylindrical tube-like structures. They are made up of many cells with lignified walls. This is true. Now, presence of vessel is the characteristic feature of gymnosperm. Now, here what it is written, that presence of vessel is the characteristic of gymnosperm. No, Presence of trachea is the characteristic of gymnosperm. So this is wrong, this is false, and this one is true. So what you will mark here? If assertion is true and reason is false, then you have to mark C. Okay guys. Next, a phloem fiber or bast fibers, means phloem fibers are also called bast fibers. So are made up of collenchymatous cells? Yes, they are made up of collenchymatous cells. This is true. Then phloem fiber are generally found in primary phloem. Here it is written that phloem fibers are found in primary phloem. No, phloem fibers are present in the secondary phloem. So this is false. This one is true and this one is false. Assertion is right and reason is false. So here again you will mark C. Okay, assertion is true but reason is false. Each stoma is composed of two bean-shaped cells known as guard cells, right? Stoma is there, two guard cells are there, in between there is an opening called the stoma. So it is guarded by two guard cells. Now this is true. Okay, guard cells regulate the opening and closing of stomata. Yes, this is also true, but assertion reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. Okay, we can say that each stoma is composed of two bean-shaped cells known as guard cell, because guard cell regulate the opening and closing of stomata. No, we cannot say it, because here you can see that reason is not the correct explanation of the A, but both are true. So here you have to mark the option B. Then trichomes in the shoot system are usually multicellular. Trichomes, they are hairs on the stem. They are multicellular, right? They are multicellular. They are made up of many cells. This is true. And this one reason, the trichomes helps in preventing water loss due to evaporation. This is also true. Now, this is the reason is the correct explanation of assertion? Means trichomes are multicellular because they help in preventing water loss? No, it's not like that. So answer B is correct. Then in dicot stem, endodermis is also called starch sheet. Right or no? Right. In dicot stem, endodermis is called a starch sheet. The cells of the endodermis are rich in starch grains. Yes, endodermis cells are rich in starch grains. So both are true. Let's see the reason is the correct explanation of A or not. In the dicot stem, endodermis is called the starch sheet because the cells of the endodermis are rich in starch grain. That's why it is called a starch sheet. So it is true. Means the reason is the correct explanation of A here. So what you will mark here? Option A. Next, vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed in dicot stem. So in the dicot stem it is written that vascular bundles are conjoined. Yes, they are conjoined, collateral also, and closed. Means no cambium is there, it's wrong. Cambium is present because secondary growth occurs in dicot stem. So this one is false. Then vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and open in monocot stem. So here open is written, means the cambium ring is there. So it's not there. In the monocot stem, cambium ring is not there. No secondary growth occurs in this case. So both are false. Assertion is also false. Reason is also false. So what you will mark? D. Option D. If both assertion and reason are false. Next, in dicot leaf, epidermis cover both upper surface. Upper surface is called adaxial epidermis and lower surface abaxial epidermis. So in the dicot leaf, epidermis covers both the surface. Yes, epidermis is there on the upper surface also and on the lower surface also. Upper surface epidermis is known as adaxial and lower surface is known as the abaxial epidermis. So this is true. Next, in the reason it is written that the adaxial epidermis bear more stomata than the abaxial epidermis. Means in the upper layer there are more stomata. No, on the lower side, on the abaxial side there are more stomata. So this is false and this is true. So assertion is true but reason is false. And in this case, what you will mark? You will mark C option. Now next question, cork or phloem is impervious to water. You know that cork cambium make outer layer, that is known as cork, also called phloem, and inner layer phloem. So cork is impervious to water, right? It is impervious to water. Why it is impervious to water? Because of the suberin deposition in the cell wall. So here reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. So means option A is right. The greater part of the secondary xylem is lighter in color and consists of dead elements with lightly lignified walls and is called hardwood. Here it is mentioned that the greater part of the secondary matter is lighter in color. No, as I had shown you in the picture that the middle part, which is consists of secondary xylem, old xylem it is, and it is darker in color. Okay, in the mid the wood is known as the hardwood, and towards the periphery there are lighter color secondary xylem. Okay, so both are wrong because the peripheral region of the secondary xylem is dark brown. No, it is not dark brown, it is light brown. Okay, and it is called sapwood. So it is wrong, both are false. So both are false. In such case, you will mark option D. Both assertion and reason are false here. Then the wood is actually a secondary xylem. Yes, secondary xylem is the wood only. Then secondary growth occurs in most of the monocot root and stems. Secondary growth occurs in most of the monocot roots and stems. No. It's a monocot. If monocot word is there, so in such case secondary growth is not there. So this is false, and what is the secondary xylem? This is true. So hence option C is correct. Assertion is true but reason is false. So I hope these questions are clear to you. Now are you able to do it by yourself?